Hey guys, Tony back again, Horror in Todge. Hope you're all well. I've just come back from the cinema and I've just been to see Alex Garland's new A24 film, Men. Um, so I thought I'd do a review on it and give you guys my initial thoughts. You know, I like A24 films and sort of art house movies, so I was really looking forward to this one. It's been one of my most anticipated films of the year, really, from the trailer I saw at the cinema. I only watched the trailer once because I didn't want to spoil anything. And I've heard some pretty, you know, decent reviews. I've heard some terrible reviews, but I'm going to give you my review and let you know my thoughts on it. So, yeah, like I say, Men is a 2022 film, obviously. It's been a few years in the making. Directed by Alex Garland. He brought us the sci-fi films Annihilation and Ex Machina, which both decent films. Nothing groundbreaking, but really good films. So I think he's a great director. It stars Jessie Buckley, who I really like her acting, and a guy called Roger Kinnear. He plays multiple roles in this. So, what's the story? Here you're saying. So basically, it's about this girl called Harper, played by Jessie Buckley. It's a really quiet film. This one. It's not much dialogue at the start, and she's gone through trauma in life, and she rents a country retreat for a fortnight. Costs quite a bit of money just to get away from London lifestyle, away from her job, away from this tragedy that's happened to her. And she just wants to sort of relax, go for walks, away from sort of the internet and stuff, and log fire and just relax and just sort of take time out for herself, basically. And that's what you get from this. And on arrival, she's met by I think his name's Roger, who's the owner of the house, played by no, Jeffrey, sorry, his name is. Roger Kinnear's character, that's who plays him. Jeffrey, and he's really weird, really strange. And then throughout the film, I don't want to give no spoilers away, so this is spoiler free. Like I say, Roger Kinnear's character, he plays all different characters in this. So nearly enough every man you see in this film is played by him, or it's got his face sort of on their face. It could be a kid, but it looks like him. It's really strange, and it's just a really weird movie. She goes to this house, sort of this retreat, and weird stuff starts happening. She starts getting followed and stuff like that, and you start to see creepy imagery behind her and stuff like that. And you're thinking, is this going to be like a ghost story? But no, it isn't. It's very art house. It's probably the most ambiguous film I've ever seen, or one of them. You can interpret this film whichever way you like. You could even, I don't know. You could even someone could say. I think Alex Garland himself said, the interpretation is up to you. You can take whatever you like out of this film. It's one of those. So if you don't like art house films and ambiguous films, you're going to hate this completely. I love them, but this film still, I'm trying to digest it. It took some digesting, to be fair, guys. Like I say, this girl is alone in this house, and there's these different men come into it, and there's like a creepy vicar, there's a policeman, there's a naked sort of rambler, there's a young boy with a weird mask on. All sorts of different people keep coming up to her, and this same face keeps reappearing. And then there's a lot of sort of religious symbolism in it. Like I say, not a lot of dialogue. The sound in this film is on point now. The sound design is fantastic. The score's really good, but the sound design. So you get Jessie Buckley's character Harper in this sort of old railway tunnel where she's gone for a walk, and she sort of, I suppose you've seen the trailer, doing these sort of symphony notes or harmonies, like down this long tunnel, and it's sort of playing back to her, because it's so big. And this sort of plays throughout the film. So in some of the music, you'll get this same sort of notes of her voice. It's really, really well done how they've done it, to be fair. The cinematography is fantastic. One of the best looking films you'll see this year. Just the English countryside. It's very British. Vast countryside, lots of greenery, lots of bluebells about, and this sort of damp. It's not really sunshine. It's really dull and overcast. You know, it's not a bright film as in that sense as like Midsummer or anything. But yeah, just a really say ambiguous tale. You can sort of take what you like out of it. You could even say, "Oh, it's about Mars." It wouldn't really matter what you said. It wouldn't matter because you could be right. You know, there's no right or wrong answer. I took a few things from it, but I'm not going to say. I might do a if I get enough interest, I might do a spoiler free and tell you what I got from the film. But like I say, a lot of religious symbolism. It's not about like you think like about a film about hatred for men or anything like that. Because I thought, you know, with the title "Men," I thought, oh, it's going to be another one of these sort of women are powerful, men are, you know that sort of route that we go down. But it's nothing like that. And then there's a lots of at the end, the end act. So the last 30 minutes goes down a really strange path. If you guys know, if you've seen this, you'll know what I'm on about. It's absolutely insane. You got a lot of CGI in there, which is pretty well done, but I'm not a fan of CGI, guys, to be fair. I love my practical effects, and I know they can't nowadays with how much money it costs and time and effort, and, you know, the great people like Tom Savini and stuff who used to do it. You know, it probably, they're not about the same, but I thought, yeah, they were pretty well done, but it's really some really grotesque body horror in this, guys. Full frontal nudity as well. So if you're not into any of that, and yeah, some really crazy sort of Cronenberg body horror in there. Just absolute madness towards the end. It's just yeah, jaw dropping almost. But like I say, I'm still trying to process it, guys. So I'm not even going to give it a score. I did like it, and I can't wait to see it again. So just to take a different interpretation out of it, it's an absolutely wild one. Really slow though. Some people might say nothing happens, you know, because if they're into sort of their action sort of, but you know what you're getting yourself into with this sort of film. It's just so slow, so somber, but very creepy in parts, and terrific acted by say the two lead characters who that's all you see really, bar a couple of others. Like I say, not much dialogue to this, really quiet in parts, and just fantastic acted. Like I say, Jessie Buckley, oh amazing in this. Just the grief in her face, and you know A24 do that well. They get grief and uh, it's about heartache and soul into, I don't know, expressions and stuff into faces. I can't really describe it. I'm not a film critic as such, but I'm just trying to get across what I thought. You know, just extremely well acted, cinematography and sound amazing. Like I say, the story may be a little too much for people, or not enough, if you know what I mean. Because, like I say, if you're just watching the film as a film, you might think, well, that was absolutely pointless. The ending is sort of abrupt. So, yeah, like I say, it's just about a woman going to the countryside and sort of trying to get over this trauma, and something really crazy happens, um, which I'm not going to get into because of spoilers, but you get the gist, if you know what I mean. If you know, if you understand what I mean, you know, with the A24 and the slow burn modern horror, the art house horror, with the symbolism and different meanings, and you know, different dreamlike sequences. Are they dreams? Is it reality? Is it all a dream? We don't know with these films. Is it just um, a, a letter to someone? Is it a story? We don't know. It's just there's not a lot of, you don't get a lot of backstory. It plays out through, you know, you don't know what's happened to the girl at the start. It's just sort of little clips. So you get like little chapters throughout the film, like playing back what happened to this trauma in her life. So you know, it doesn't go into detail, which I don't think it has to. It's just fantastically done. But all in all, if you're into your art house horror, guys, with ambiguous endings and all the way through, actually, um, you know, you're probably going to enjoy it. If you're not, if you hate sort of, you know, Midsummer and stuff and things like that, you're going to absolutely hate this, because this is like up here to the crazy level compared to anything else I think I've seen in a long time. It's just absolutely all over the place the last half an hour, but I got something from it. I don't quite know what yet, but we shall see. I can't wait for it to come out on 4K or Blu-ray. So get in the comments, guys. Sorry I've rambled on a bit. If you've seen Men, tell me what you thought of it. Did you like it? Did you hate it? I can understand people who hate this sort of thing. I can understand people who love it, but I thought it was terrifically done. I say Alex Garland, definitely his best looking film. Even though Annihilation was good, this one just feels real, crisp, and I don't know. The camera work was fantastic. Really simply done, but just amazing. His house, the setting, the acting, everything was on point. So I say just a CGI probably for me. Not crazy on CGI, but I can understand why they had to do it because it would have. I don't know how they would have done that. Practical effects wise, but absolutely mental ride, guys. Get in the comments. Let me know what you think of Men from A24, and hopefully start a conversation. I've been Tony. I'll catch you all for the next video. Thanks a lot for watching.